Justice League Dark number 11, written by Jeff Lemire, art by Mikkel Janin. Last issue we left off with Faust summoning some demons to attack Steve Trevor in an Argus facility. And this issue basically just picks up right there where Steve is being attacked by the demons and he starts calling in all the security things while Faust starts getting powered up, because apparently this whole time it was all just a ruse that he was ever under any sort of duress from them. So these two giant golem things show up, and Faust is like, are you kidding me? Golems? Like, that is bottom of the barrel magic. And he's like, yeah, well, they're not really here to defend me. They're here to stall you until the Justice League Dark show up, to which they do right on time. And so fight breaks out between the crew and Faust, and they're all trying to fight off the demons. Deadman swoops in and possesses Steve Trevor in order to backflip him out of the middle of the fight and get him separated. And then Dr. Mist unleashes a big old magical barrage in order to blow back everybody so that they can regroup. And Constantine just straight up tells Steve Trevor, here's the deal. In order to save the day, I need to get into the Black Room. And Steve is like, no deal. And then demons are getting closer, and he's like, no, seriously though? Like, we do not have time to talk about this, so I need to get in there. And she's like, all right, fine, but I'm only letting you in there with Black Orchid watching your every move. And he's like, fine, whatever. Sounds fine. Let's go. So they start running their way down to the Black Room while Steve Trevor's calling in all the big guns that they possibly can. Meanwhile, Xanadu, she's still thinking about that future vision that she had of Constantine having all the books and then killing everybody with it. And she's like, all right, here's the deal. In a story that we did not cover, and I'm saying that from Xanadu's perspective because like it did not happen in continuity as of this point, Constantine, Xanadu, and Zatanna all met up with a kid named Timothy Hunter, who was to be the greatest mage the world had ever known. But after they showed him the deep, dark side of the Justice League Dark and all the magic that came with it, he really didn't want to do it anymore. So they just let him go, and they promised not to bother him anymore. But now the books of magic are in play, they need to go and find him again. So Xanadu teleports to, it looks like somewhere in London. And basically Joe's and knocks on his front door. He answers like, Xanadu, what are you doing? You promised you wouldn't come here again. My dad's upstairs. And she's like, yeah, no, you need to come with me. We're in grave danger. And he's like, no, it's over. I'm not doing that anymore. He's like, no, you don't understand. The books of magic are in play. You need to come with me, Timothy. So he's like, no, Xanadu, you don't understand. I gave away all of my magic. I don't have it anymore. I am not the person you think I am. So yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, Constantine meets up with a guy named what's her name here? John Peril, who is the expert in paranormal investigation and occult terror prevention. Because why not? So they've got a whole SWAT team with anti-magic guns or whatever lined up, and they're standing outside the Black Room. Dr. Mist lets down his magic barrier in order to let Constantine in. And they go about looking for whatever they need to beat Faust. And in the end, they have Deadman and Zatanna trying to hold him back. Deadman is unable to do anything. So Faust literally sends him to the land of the dead. And he's like, don't worry. I'm sure he'll show back up later. But he's out of my hair for right now. But then as soon as he does, Constantine's like, hey, got everything I need. And it looks like a bunch of stuff, but really the only thing he's using is the Staff of Merlin, which apparently still has some juice in it. And it's able to use some very powerful magic to send the demons away. So Constantine tells Trevor to take care of Zatanna and tells Dr. Mist to go watch the Black Room to make sure that there's no traps that are being set in that direction, whereas Constantine's going to take on Felix dead on. And it turns out that Constantine did take one more item from the Black Room that he didn't let on before, and Felix knows he has it. It's the only thing that can actually open up the box that holds the locations, and it's a skeleton key, which has been carved from the bones of St. Peter, and it's supposedly able to open anything, and John just has it in his hands. But he is unwilling to give it up to Faust, so they have a little brief fight, and Faust ends up burning the Staff of Merlin out of Constantine's hand and reveals a tattoo on his wrist that really freaks Faust out. He's like, wait, hold on. You got that tattoo. Are you with him? Are you working with him? And Constantine's like, I have actually no idea what you're talking about here, but I'm going to take your bedazzlement to beat you. And so he uses a sword that he stole, knocks the box out of Faust's hands, and then uses the skeleton key to open it. And so he has the location of the books of magic. He sees where they are. It's a weird hologram thing, so I'm not actually sure if Felix is also able to see it, but regardless, he knows where they are. And then Felix starts chuckling to himself. He's like, "You fool, you absolute imbecile. You think you were so focused on my quest in the books of magic and all that, you never asked the most basic questions, like, how did I even know to come here? How did I know that stuff was there to begin with?" And he's like, "Oh, crap. Are you saying that I was betrayed?" And then Dr. Mist shows up and zaps Constantine saying, "Yep, you've been betrayed." And that's where it ends. I'm down. I like it. It's a solid thing. Okay, so when they did the Timothy Hunter thing, I had to stop reading and then go on like a 15-minute Google searching quest of making sure I didn't miss something. And no, it basically is just a thing of, this was in prior continuity, and we're just going to say that it happened even though we didn't actually like do it. We're saying we did it, but we did not in the book, or any book for that matter, do it. So Timothy Hunter, sure, that's a thing. Gotta say, I didn't actually see the betrayal thing coming, because Constantine just so readily knew about the Black Room. I thought it was common knowledge, but I guess it wasn't. So yeah, and then it explains why Dr. Mist was able to, survive Felix Faust for so long. Like, it was good setting down, and it was a good reveal in the end. I think it was very well laid out. It wasn't a twist just for the sake of having a twist. So, I'm into it. I really love Mikel Janon's art. It's fantastic. Jeff Lemire's writing style, also fantastic. The only qualm I really have with this story is the fact that it kind of felt like it was trying to split focus with the Timothy Hunter stuff. Like, that just came out of nowhere, and it feels like it's going to be setting up for a future plot, but it's so completely irrelevant to what we're doing now, just in terms of what we're seeing, because obviously they're trying to tie it in, like, verbally with, oh yes, it has to do with the books of magic, but does it really right now? I feel like this is just the next arc. So overall, I am going to give this one a 7.5. Really do enjoy it. Looking forward to seeing how it continues. And I didn't know anything about Dr. Mist going into this, so hopefully he will continue to be interesting to me.